Oke guys, karena udah agak rame, aku izin ya, izin admit speakernya. Jadi untuk Kak Wendy sama Reza, habis ini bisa langsung di-submit speakernya dan dibuka sesinya. Oke, good
Okay.
luck today.
Yep. Hmm. Is it? Hi Nabila. Good morning. Can you hear my voice? Hello, Nabila. Rama, you're muted. Hello, hello. Can anyone hear my voice? Is it audible?
Audible,
Yes,
Kak?
Wendy, it's very audible.
Here, yep.
Okay. I think I'll start the online session for the inspirational speaker for today. Yeah. All, please welcome our guest for today. Her name is Nabila SPD. She is an English teacher right now. Uh, and yeah, let's start the session. Okay. Before that, before we start to questioning Nabila, I'd like to share her journey with you guys. Uh, so here's her career journey. But I'd like to walk you through her journey, but honestly, no one can tell her it better than herself, right? So, would you mind sharing your career story with us, Nabila, based on what's shown on the slides? Nabila, can you hear my voice? Hello, Nabila.
Ram, please be informed to Nabila ya.
Yep,
Please.
I think there's some audio issue.
In the meantime, Kak Wendy bisa dibacain dulu aja experience-nya gitu ya.
Okay. Sorry for the issue, guys. So I'll just explain it directly. So, for her first journey on 2022 to 2023, uh, she have a role as graphic designer and also a content creator internship at Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang. And after that, she began as an announcer at Mega Media FM as a radio FM, I think, from 2022 to 2024, and from 2022 until now, she is a creative and design intern at American Corner at her university, also UMM. And in 2023, she is a participant at Campus Major Batch 5. And for now, from 2024 until now, she is an English teacher at MTS Muhammadiyah Satu Malang. It's like, I think, junior high school, MTS, something like that. So yeah, I think that's her journey along the way. And Nabila, are you there? Oh, she left the meeting. I think there's some issue on her side. So I think let's be patient and wait for her. Okay, guys. So let's just wait. Is there any information, Rama?
She's still trying to rejoin. Tadi udah berhasil masuk tapi kayaknya rejoining again gitu.
Oh,
Nah,
some connection issue or audio issue.
Oke, she has joined, boleh di-sapa lagi ya?
Oh, okay, cool. Hi, Nabila.
Okay, can you hear my voice?
Yeah, yeah, clear. Cool, cool.
Hello.
Okay,
Is it
so
good?
again,
Thank
welcome
you.
to our all hands session. Thank you for joining, even though there's some quite an issue, but that's fine. Yeah, I just explained to the audiences here about your journey, but I think you can you explain a bit a bit on your journey here? Is
All right. Thank you for the chance. And I'm sorry because there's some trouble in my speaker,
it's
but
okay,
I
cool.
think it's good now.
Yeah,
Okay. My experience is yeah, I start my activity in University of Muhammadiyah Malang as a internship in graphic designer and content creator. So basically, almost all of my journey is in design and content and also broadcasting and also podcast and announcer MC in that space.
yeah. Okay, cool. Uh, but I have a question. Out of all these experiences, which one surprised you the most in for yourself?
Surprise?
Yeah, like oh, I
I
did
think
something.
yeah,
Uh,
the most surprising for me is English teacher because
why?
I don't have expectation as a teacher
Oh,
that
I
I can be
see.
a teacher.
Cool, cool. Okay. So that's for her journey. I think
Okay.
we'll jump directly to the first question.
All
Okay.
right.
So, for the first question is, as an experienced MC, I looked through your CV by the way.
Yes,
You
thank you so
have
much.
a lot of experience as a MC, right? So, how do you adapt your
It's
style to
getting a little
help
bit hot over here.
diverse
So I'm gonna make
audiences
this
feel
temporary.
comfortable and engaged during events? How you adapt?
Oops.
Okay. Thank you for the question. So, if we talk about how like our MC style that can help the audience feel comfortable and engaged, for the first thing that I remember is a book from Oh Soo Hyang. If you know, the title is the the secret habit to master your art of speaking by Oh Soo Hyang. In Indonesia, if you know, the title is seni berbicara. Berbicara itu ada seninya. So
Oh,
I remember from that book that the first thing that we need to do is observe and listen.
yep,
So I will make it like there are three things that we need to observe or listen. The first thing is audience, the second is the committee, and the third is the place. So we need to observe the audience. Like we will have like a different vibe of as an MC if the audience is like the professional or the kids or the like the general crowd, because if your audience is like a kid you need to be like more energetic and you have put a lot of smiles in your face. And if the audience is like the professional, you will make it like calmer and less energetic because you want to make sure that the event is formal, not like the kids or the students that have a more energetic vibe
yep,
in the event. And for the second is the committee, because we know that the committee is know better about their audience instead of us. Like if you have any collaboration with other place and other committee, so they will tell you about their expectation about the event. So that's will help you to know that how your style to be MC. And the third is the place. So if you observe the place that it will help you if you have some ice breaking. So you will know that maybe the ice breaking will be jumping in the place or maybe just running in the circle. You can decide the ice breaking based on that observation. So after you know that how the style of the audience, you can choose like you have a choice to do some style in as an MC. and just make sure that the audience, maybe during the event, you can make sure that the audience is getting involved in that event. You can ask them not only like welcoming the guest or the speaker, but also welcoming the audience and just keep the motivation like let's being active in the session because you will learn something new and you will happy after this. I think
Oh,
that's all for this question.
yep. Yeah, I think there's, like you mentioned, there's three main things. Like the first, you have to
Yes.
observe the audiences, right? And the
Yeah.
committee, you have to know their what is their expectation from you as the MC, and then you have to observe the place also, right? Like knowing the place also the most important thing
Yes.
as the MC, right? I think the last part you mentioned about engaging the audience with question, I think that's also important, like, to make sure the audience is happy and they're still active and still
Yeah.
like follow through the sessions, right? I think, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's right.
okay. That's for the first question. So I have three questions. So we're going
Okay.
to the second question. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Let's jump to the second question. So, when designing visual and contents, by the way, because I heard that you have been in a role of graphic designer and content creator, right? So, for educational and community programs, how do you ensure it connects emotionally with the audience or with the viewers, for example?
Okay. Thank you for the question. And so, because it's talk about the content, and I think it's have a correlation with the previous question about the MC. So, how to ensure that the content connects emotionally with the audience is, yeah, first thing you need to observe your audience or the viewers what you want to make a content for. Maybe there's like a new teacher or the students, college students, or just professional marketer, or yeah, you need to choose like you need to decide your market maybe or your viewers, and then you need to feel like maybe you ever heard this phrase about if I were in their shoes, what would I feel seeing that? So it feel like I will put myself in their shoes and maybe just thinking about if I am in that place, in their place, maybe as a new students college, new students in university, and maybe education faculty, what am I thinking about in the previous phase? What am I curious about, maybe, or what I want to know? Because maybe perhaps there's some need or something that the people talk about, but the truth is not like that. So we can know the perspective or other people in that case, or maybe if you cannot like thinking more about it, you can try to just ask for help in AI or Google, and maybe you will find some ideas there. So make it like ensure it have like a connectivity with you as a human. I think that's how you can connect emotionally with the audience. Oh yeah, and also because we talk about the visual, and we know that the color, the font that we use, it have a meaning too. Like the color, if we want to make it like happy and joy and bright, we can use like a bright color, orange, yellow, yeah, uh, etc. And then about the type, if yeah, we can see that from the movie poster too. If the movie is about horror, they have like a such a killer fun, but it's happy and enjoyable for the kids movie. They will have like a different fun. I think that's all.
Yeah, yeah, cool, cool, cool. So, based on your answers, there is some points I get. Uh, First,
Thank
you have
you.
to decide the market, the viewers. You have to choose who will be the viewers, the most viewers for your content, right? So, if you
Yes.
make a general content, it might not be good enough because the content might like mixed up so it might confuse the viewers. So you have to focus on one type of content, and it will engage one type of viewers, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
then also you have like the term you use, put yourself in their shoes, like that. So
Uh,
you have to know their perspective, their how they think, and so you can look through how your content look like. How is it feels from the audiences, right? And then
yes.
I think the last point also interesting about the visuals. You mentioned about the color and fonts. It matters because it also have its own meaning. If you use like a, for example, horror kind of fonts in the kids movie,
Yeah,
it might be scary, and they don't want to watch the movie, right? So yeah, it's
yeah,
also
that's right.
it also matters. There's a lot of things that matters. Okay, that's cool. Let's jump to the last question. Uh, so also I know that you're into some debating competition, right? So
Yes.
from debating to podcasting, what's the personal skills or insights have you gained that help you thrive outside your comfort zone?
Okay. Thank you for the question. I think this is so interesting for me. So from debating to podcasting, my personal skill that I use maybe not only to thrive outside my comfort zone, but also it's helped me to do my daily life when I meet new people or new friends. So what I learned from debating and podcasting, maybe we start from the debate. Uh, when we as a debater, we can choose like we have a time that we need to make our voice louder,
Yeah,
or we need to like calmer, uh
yeah,
in debate we don't need to like always speak loudly to the
yeah,
cons team,
mm,
but we have time that we need to speak just like calm and understand the cons team opinion, and that's helped me to like know the timing of how we talk with others when we have a conversation, when we need to like make sure that they are understand our opinion. Maybe you can like speak it and talk in slow pace, so it people say that it will give a pressure to our cons team. And then for the podcast, because it's just like one by one podcast,
mm,
it's give me like how I can make the guest or the speaker comfortable when talk to me. So it helps me to meet new people. Like people like to talk about themselves.
mm,
So the first thing that I do, that the insight that I gain from this, from debating and podcasting, is always ask something that the people interest. I mean, like, uh, I do like a mirroring, if you know. I forgot where I learned this, but so is it mirroring is like what they say is show that how you say. So what I'm talking is depend on what my speaker or guest talking, and how I do my gesture is depends on my speaker or my guest gesture. So it will help me to like the person that I met is not getting pressured by me and comfortable because I have like the same vibe with them.
mm.
So it's helped me to do my work if I meet new people, because it yeah, it happens many times that that will make my speaker or my guest is comfort with my absence there.
yeah. Okay, thank you for the answers. That's cool. So yeah, again, I get some points from your answers. So the first thing
Why?
that you could do to your uh like a guest, I think, to your guests, you can ask something that they're interested about, right?
Yeah.
That's that could engage to something that even bigger about themselves. and it
Yeah.
makes me happy, of course. And the last thing you mentioned about the mirroring the person, so also interesting. So it makes like they're talking not with us as a host, but us as their friends, like, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It makes them more comfortable speaking or talking with us, right? I think that's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
interesting.
And
Yep.
I'm sorry. I want to add something. And
Sure.
then when we talk with others people, don't
Yeah.
forget to just give like the little question and see them in their eyes so they feel like understandable and we listen to them like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that's absolutely cool.
Yeah.
Because yeah, a small talk or small question could make them feel
Yeah.
like they're listened, like they feel heard when
Yes.
in a conversation. That's what's important. Cool, cool, cool. So I think that's already the third question or the last question. Yeah. Thank you so much, Nabila, for staying with us, coming to our session, and also being the inspirational speaker. That's a lot of insight I think we got from you. But I think do we have do we still have time for audience question?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure,
Uh,
I have time for that.
Actually, we have met the limited time ya, Kak Wendy. Jadi we could proceed yeah, with
Uh,
Mr. Jing's session. Thank you, Nabila, by the way.
Unfortunately,
Okay,
we
thank
have
you
already
too.
on the limited time. So I think that's all for the session. But if you guys have a question, you can directly ask Nabila through her contact. I think that's
Thanks for
cool.
coming, Nabila.
Yep. Yeah, that's all, Nabila. But after this, we have a rest of the all hands meeting, the all hands session. Uh,
Yeah.
it depends on you. You can stay with us, or if you have other agenda, you can
No, no,
leave
it's okay.
school. And yeah, I think that's all, Nabila. Thank you very much for your insight and for the answers. And
Yeah.
thank you.
All right, see you. Thank you for today.
Thank you
Yep.
for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you
Have a nice
too.
day. So for the next session, I will pass it to Mr. Jing.
Thank you, Wendy. Okay, and thank you,
Yeah.
team, for inviting Nabila. Nabila had, yeah, it was kind of funny watching the initial struggle, and I saw Wendy navigate through it, surprisingly with a little bit of patience, and it worked out. Okay, all right. Here's what I thought I'd talk about. I'm going to share my screen. Yes, I know, I know, I know. Thank you, thank you. So, thank you, Rama. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to talk about something I saw in the news. Okay. And I think it's relevant. I think it's timely, and hopefully it's a good audience fit. I'm going to talk about Kapur Aja Dulu. Yeah, because I think it's a pretty interesting topic. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and I want you guys to see this, okay? Because I think this is a pretty good example of Kapur Aja Dulu. Yes, that's it. That's it. That's the one. Okay. So I think it's really interesting, and okay, let's try to screen share correctly. Give me a second to get this right because I need to just get the window. I'll show you this window, and I'll show you why I'm telling you this. Okay. All right. So I completely understand this idea. I really do, because that's why I'm here in Bali. That's why I'm here in Indonesia. Okay. So I think I'm well qualified to speak about this topic because I left Silicon Valley, which was supposed to be the place where I would grow up, where I would have a career, where I would have a family, and decided to come to, at that point, what was I guess a developing nation, right? And live here for over 20 years now. So here's some things I think that are inspirational, but I also want to offer some words of caution. Okay. Number one, I think I'm permanently locked in being 25 years old. My kids tell me that, like I never grow up, but I think it's okay. I think being sort of always curious about what's beyond and what's outside, it's a really strong quality, and I perfectly understand how people have that nature. We want to explore, we want to discover, we want a sense of adventure. We don't want to limit ourselves to our village, our suburb, our neighborhood, even our nation when we're young people. We want to feel the full grandeur. But there's a second part too. And I think that's where the Kapor Raja Dulu is beginning to become somewhat, I think, misguided as a movement. Okay. So the misguidance, I think, is the reason why. You shouldn't leave Indonesia because you're looking for a better wage or better pay, or Australia has higher salaries or whatever like that. Okay. You can be sure that the world is kind of fair. If there's somebody offering, let's say, a high amount of pay, it might not actually be what you think it is. I'll give you an example. So my first job I got in Bali, I was working pretty much on about 3 million and 1% commission on whatever I sold. So I worked at a luxury villa development. If I sold the property, I would get $6,000 because the properties were about $600,000. Okay. So they said, yeah, the average sale rate was about 2 properties a month. I worked there for 3 months and sold nothing. And I lived on Indomie and Pop Me. And it was really, really tough. Okay. So the money part was fake. And the second job I got in Bali was also, they paid $2,000 a month for just base pay. And so my bosses said, that's bullshit. I said, well, they really paid. It's Novotel. And so I went with it. And turns out my bosses were right. It was bullshit. It was kind of fake, right? So here's the thing I think that is important. If you're going to leave your country, if you're going to leave a situation, make sure you do it for the right reason, okay? Now, here's probably the most successful Indonesian I've ever met, who Kapur Raja Dulu. This is, well, he's passed away now. His name was Sajat Sutardja. Sajat left Jakarta not because he wanted to get a higher salary or whatever, because Sajat was interested in building radios. This was a long time ago, yeah? But if you don't know, your phone and your iPhone, Android, they all actually use radio technology in order to communicate with base stations. And I'm not sure if Bluetooth is a radio, but a lot of this is actually radio technology. It's just highly evolved radio technology. All right. Sajat went and left Indonesia because there were no qualified schools that would be able to contain his knowledge, his excitement, his ambition to learn more about how to design good radio silicon semiconductors. So Sajat left. He went to Berkeley, and at Berkeley, he was a rock star. Apparently, everybody I met, his professor, said Sajat was brilliant. He was one of the best hardware designers they had ever seen, and he started his own company. He started a company called Marvel Semiconductors. He and his brother co-founded it. His wife was also a co-founder, and they are billionaires. Or he was a billionaire. Now he's a passed away billionaire. But what I thought was inspirational was that he left a legacy. He left a building. He left a huge amount of students that are now involved in entrepreneurship. So Sajat became an entrepreneur. He's one of very rare entrepreneurs to, one, leave Indonesia, two, succeed from Berkeley, which is also pretty rare too as well. But I think, Kapur Raja Dulu for the right reason, right? Because he was pursuing a vision and a goal that was just too small in his own hometown, Jakarta, to actually fulfill. Now, okay, the reason I'm telling you that is this, okay? The reason I'm telling you that is because I think all young people will grow. I had a mentor at Amman, and I disappointed him one day when I told him that I would need to start my own company, right? I was making, I think, 7 million or something at the time, and with my wife, we were making like 100 million a month after we started renting properties. So there was no way I was going to go back and do that job. It was just too. Even though I was very grateful for the knowledge, the connections, the network, but the pay difference was just so dramatic. And I enjoyed being my own entrepreneur. Okay, but what my mentor did was pretty interesting. He said to me, "You live by the sword, you die by the sword," right? And I accepted those terms. I understood what that meant. That meant like you take high risks and your upside is a lot, but your downside is equally a lot too. But then what happened was interesting. He also understood because he had been an entrepreneur himself, and he had gone out and done things that his bosses didn't think he could do, and he proved that he was able to do it. So what I would say is this, all right? So I know the situation in the country right now is not great. we're doing pretty good. Yeah, I think we're doing great. We're fantastic. We're, able to provide high-paying jobs to people who are AI friendly and AI minded. But I think increasingly you'll see probably. I spoke to my wife the other day. I think we're 1% of 1% of businesses in Bali. Most businesses fail after 5 years. Almost 99% of businesses fail after 10 years. So we've been here for almost 15 years now, and we're still doing pretty good, and we're going to do even better in the future. But the story I want to tell is based on, if you want to be an entrepreneur, I have no problem with that. I really enjoy working and hanging out with entrepreneurs because those are the people I really relate with. So that's fine. If you want to work here, that's fine too. Okay. But don't, I think, make a decision for a cheap reason to leave Indonesia, to leave a good place because you're seeking another million rupiah on your paycheck. That's probably not a good reason. Now, 10x is a good reason. Okay, if you're going to make 10x more in the next opportunity that you're going for, then you should go for it, right? Because there's no way anyone can stop you at that point. But for a little bit of marginal change, not worth it. Okay, all right. So that's my comments. Either go big and become a billionaire, or really understand yourself better before you exit from, I think, the current location. And here's one thing I discovered, and I only realized this after COVID, that going back home to California, I still had power, and coming here, I have power. So abandoning one place, which is your home, to pursue a new place without having a good bridge between them makes you disempowered. All right, hopefully that's inspirational for everyone and gives a little bit more rich context about this social movement. All right, let's hand it back over to the next speaker.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing. That's very interesting. Kak Wendy, could you share screen again, Kak? Okay, thank you, Kak Wendy. So the next session will be the hospitality and revenue target. I believe this will be delivered by Kak Furkon. So Kak Furkon, 10 is yours, Kak.
Okay, thank you very much, Reza, and good morning, everyone. This is nothing inside except of the good news that about to be announced. So I would like to give everyone first and congratulations first for achieving the revenue target, and actually also for the hospitality target, which later we will be breaking down later on the updates. Yeah, but bear with me as we presenting the semester target accomplishment first at this moment. Okay, so could anyone guess what the villa is this? Click, click. Yay, okay, correct. That's Niti Villas on the display. So basically, Niti Villas is one of our properties that has just been launched nearby. And currently, unfortunately, there is no booking confirmed yet up until I recently checked just earlier this morning. However, Gray has put this down further and noticed this, and we'll do the improvement accordingly to make sure that this villa gets their first booking confirmed. Manifesting that this village, mentioning it on the all hands, manifesting that this village soon will get its first booking. Okay, moving forward into the next slide, please, Wendy. This is just a reminder about our semester 7 target. You already know about this, so we can skip this forward to hospitality target achievements. All metrics are increasing. The first one is accuracy, increasing by 0.4%. Last week at 87.2 and this week at 87.6%. And where's the clap, everyone? Where's the reaction? Okay, thank you, thank you. Next. Check-in, increasing by 0.7%. Last week at 87.9% and this week at 88.6%. Tremendous, quite tremendous, significant improvement, yeah. Amazing. Next, cleanliness. also increasing, even though just a bit, still a good trend, positive moving forward. Last week at 82.4%, this week at 82.5%. Okay. Next onto the communication, increasing by 0.7%. Last week at 87%, and this week at 87.7%. And next, moving forward into the location, increasing by 4.4%. Last week at 73.5%, and this week at 73.9%. Okay, our last metric, value, also increasing, even though has just been decreased by last week. Yeah, this week is increasing by 0.9%. Our most significant increase this week. Last week at 85.3%, and this week at 86.2%. So, in conclusion, to our semester target achievement for hospitality, we actually achieved our 5-star rating performance, yeah, on the hospitality exactly at 85%. So this is the call to action for Kak Gray. Please make sure that we can hit it every month, yeah. At least to maintain it, to make sure that the semester target for hospitality is achieving by the end of the semester, because we know that the hospitality target is fluctuating, can be up and can be down easily. So this needs very careful consideration, also observation over time. Okay, so next slides, we have several sample reviews from many properties. Yeah, there is one from Escondida Villa, there is one from Mo Cactus, there is one from Sundream. Next slide. And there is one as well coming from Breeze Homestay, Wolu Residence 5, and also Skar Peneda Cottage. The classification of this is actually quite mixed between the inspired branding and also inspired investment properties. However, for the conclusion, next slide please, of these insights, there are several actions that we can take. The first one is regarding the better expectation setting. Some guests still mentioning about the amenities listings and also features, which actually this could be addressed through better expectation setting. And also this is calling to the Gaya developer from Pandu as the supervisor, and also the HR of Gaya. Many still mentioning that Gaya still kind of boting. Some still say that like automation or bots. So yeah, probably this is some new next level improvement for Gaya to make sure that it's more humanized when communication. And also still be noted about the cleanliness. So this is partly to our property managers to enforce the housekeeping, and also to the Masafis as the partners performance manager to enforce through SDP for our inspired branding properties. Okay, so that's it for the hospitality. However, I was reading this on behalf of Masafis that actually could not be attending for today's session. Next, moving forward into the revenue target achievement. As per predicted, we will be hitting our 2 million USD target by this week. 2 million USD accomplishment by this week. So we are currently at halfway through our revenue target. So we still have 50% revenue left, and also 50% time left that we have to actually achieve. So it's like actually very competing with each other. So this is a call action to all of us as well to be more hustle to achieve our revenue target for this semester. Okay, good news again on the partner stability target achievement. There is no further updates relating the churn regarding this. So there is no update from previous week. So there is no budget to be calculated as the churn this week. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much, everyone. Back to Wendy. Sorry, Reza.
Okay, thank you Kak Furkon. So the next one will be company team target and achievement will be delivered also by Kak Furkon. Time is yours, Kak.
Okay, so this is the part that we can actually clap all out. Yeah. Unfortunately, is there anyone at the base right now that could ring the bell? No.
Fasha, ring the bell. Fasha, ring the bell.
Going to the bell.
Yes, under the Bukit Vista sign. There you go. We don't get to ring that bell very often, but here it is. All right, this is the moment.
This is the moment, everyone. This is the moment, everyone. Mr. Jing, you are not documenting this.
I will document this now. Okay.
Okay, so yeah,
Keep on ringing,
congratulations.
Fasha. Keep on ringing.
Belum didokumentasi tuh sama Pak Jing.
Oh, belum. Okay.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, nice and clear. Ding.
Ready?
How come we can't hear you?
Iya, kecil amat. Harus ganti bel itu.
Wait.
Noise suppression.
Yeah, it's probably that. Back in the office, Erica, to handle the technical moments.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good job.
Thank you very much, Kavasya, for ringing that bell. So yes, as you can see, and also actually has been announced by Pandu, yeah, yesterday EOD, we actually hit our revenue target. We are currently at we are achieving at $543,043. We are surpassing $43, yeah, from the target, making it 100 by 0.1% accomplishment to the revenue target. And then for the 5-star percentage, we are at the moment is exceeding the target with the achievement of 87.1%. However, I would like to note to everyone that currently Airbnb still, per this report is compiled, the Airbnb last update was on the June 28th, and usually we will wait for the Airbnb to make the last update per 30th of June to calculate for the multiplier on the hospitality rating. So we will be waiting until the 2nd of July to see if there is an improvement or if there are any changing in this hospitality accomplishment. But as for now, we are exceeding, so congratulations. As for the brand target, this is the one that actually not met per last week. We already know it from previous weeks as well. And for the starting July revenue target, we are actually achieving the target at 361,000 USD. And for this month, we are eligible for bonus boost. We are because we hit this achievement with the maximum capacity, with the capacity at 35% occupancy. However, so it's still eligible because the maximum occupancy that is set by Bella per last month was at 36%. So we are eligible for a bonus boost. So get ready to get your payment and be rich this month. Okay. So in June, we managed to have 77% occupancy. This is 2% decrease from last month. 14% expired dates. This is 2% increase from last month. 5% maintenance. This is 1% increase from last month, and also 4% owner usage. This is 1% increase from last month. If you could scroll down a bit, Wendy. There's an insight on the revenue management team, which you can zoom in a little, I believe, for everyone's visibility as well. For the revenue target achievement, the accomplishment of our revenue target achievement is reflecting the tight alignment between forecasting and execution, making a continued trend of stable revenue performance over time. And there is an insight regarding the improved expiry management, notable improvement compared to last year. There is a first 14% that's expiring in June 2025. And last year, there was a 70% expiring dates. So there is a 33% point reduction. It indicates the rates, the enhanced rates, and also occupancy. And this month so far has the strongest year-on-year growth. June 25 also recorded the highest year-on-year revenue growth of the year, with the 26% increase compared to last year, June 2024. This significant growth demonstrates strong market demand, effective sales strategies, and possibly improved customer retention or acquisition. Okay, so for the July target, it is still not be announced yet fully, except for the brand target. The brand target for July is even decreasing, yeah, compared to last month. We are only having 39,000 USD budget for churn, and for the rest of the targets like revenue, 5-star percentage, and also starting revenue target for August to be set as soon as possible, at latest the next all hands. And that is it from me. Thank you very much, Reza. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Furkon. So we have successfully achieved our revenue target thanks to hard work of everyone in the team. Let's continue this effort and maintain our momentum this month as well. Okay, so we can move into the next one session that will be weekly mission inspiration. The first one is from Bukit Vista mission to inspire the light through hospitality innovation that positively transform our partners. The first one is from Kak Nat. So time is yours, Kak Nat.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. So this is actually about partner interview in BBR. So last week we had the pleasure of featuring Ibu Yeti, the owner of Casa Kirala, in the new interview video with Erica. And she shared like her experience, Bukit Vista partner, and even gave surprising testimonial about BVGO. So if you're curious about it, please check and watch the video. Thank you.
Okay,
Back to
thank
you,
you.
Reza.
Okay, thank you, Kak Nat. So the next one is from me. Okay, so this is when the Budi, the AI agent, has successfully implemented the stage one of the sales process, which is introduction. So this phase has received positive feedback from partner, which is from Troy Spencer, showcasing the Budi effectiveness in creating impactful first impression and building connection. Okay, thank you. Can we move into the next, Kak Wendy? Okay, the next one is the inspiring the hospitality industry through technology innovation. The first one is from Kak Robin. Time is yours, Kak.
Okay, thank you. Can you please click the first image? Okay, so this is our revenue in March, April, May, and June. In March and April, low revenue. May and June, the revenue is higher. Please click the second image. So this is our cost in March and April. The AWS services cost is higher, and in May and June, the AWS services cost is lower. So we are successfully suppress our AWS service costs, but it does not impact our application performance. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Robin. So the
Wait,
next
wait,
one
wait,
will
let's stop here. Let's stop here. Robin, what is AWS and how does it make Bukit Vista work?
Oh, okay. So AWS is a cloud infrastructure. So it's a place how you put your application run. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Kak Robin, for your
Thank you.
explanation. So we can move into the next one from Kak Wendy. Okay, so floor is yours, Kak Wendy.
Okay, thank you, Reza. So for this one, I will demo it. Wait, I'll change the screen. Okay, to entire screen. So, okay. So I think it's visible right now, right? You guys can see the code and the emulator,
Yes.
right? Okay. So I'll just run the BVGO here. Embedded debugging. By the way, I'll show you about the embedded video content on BVGO right now. Because we have successfully displayed the embedded content like from YouTube video. Now it can be displayed on BVGO on the newsletter content, especially. So let's see how it looks. And also I will demonstrate how to insert the embedded content on bigger, so especially for you guys who oftenly create a newsletter. So yeah. So for now, the embedded content will be look like this. Wait, it's still loading, so just be patient. Okay, now it will be look like this, like in a full width, and there's will be a video content here. So you can just click and it will be played, and you can just watch directly on the content, on the newsletter content. And you can just
Wow, great.
for the marketing team, I will guide you step by
Yes.
step to how to insert the embedded content on newsletter. So I'll open also here YouTube. Okay, you can just open the newsletter and then add newsletter here. Okay. Wait. I will close it. So for embedding content, so there's two type of content. First one is the regular YouTube video, like what we see here. For example, for this one it's easy because you just click on the video and then you just copy and then find this small icon like a video tab roll icon, and then you can just paste the video URL and then save it, and it will be embedded instantly. But for the short video, it kind of complicated because if you open the shorts and then you can just copy the link and then you paste it on the embed URL, it won't work. It will say YouTube refused to connect. I don't know. I think it is a limitation from YouTube. But there's another way. It's kind of complicated. You have to copy the embed code. You right click on the video and copy the embed code and just paste it. And you have to find the SRC attributes here and then copy the URL here and then try to insert it here. And yeah, voila, it's embedded on the content. I think, yeah, for the short, it's kind of complicated for the steps, but it is what it is. We cannot control the YouTube, right? So I think it clear enough for you guys to how to embed the video content on YouTube, and it will be displayed like this later on. And I think that's all. That's all from me. If you have another
Cool.
question or
Love,
some confusion, just
love it.
directly select.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Wendy, for great demo. So we can move into the next session. Could you share screen again, Kak Wendy? Okay, thank you. So the next session will be the promotion. Okay, so I believe will be delivered by Kak Nadia. So time is your Kak.
Okay, good morning again, everyone. So this is actually a promotion to Jason. I hope Jason is here. So yeah, congratulations to Jason. Now he's stepping up as a business journalist full time in a new career of like knowledge management. And yeah, let's congratulate Jason and also let's keep inspired delayed. By the way, Jason, please don't be late. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Nat. Okay, so we can move into the core value recognition. The first one is from Kak Grail. Time is yours, Kak.
Yes, I would like to recognize Katendi, but I believe he's not here.
Oh.
So Katendi make.
He
Yes.
is here.
Oh, he
Yes.
is here. Okay. Yep. So Katendi make an improvement by taking the lead of informing about the delay of a release train. So great growth from Katendi. So keep up the good work. Yep. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Grail. So the next one is from Kak Kaila. Time is yours, Kak.
Thank you. This is actually to a lot of people that contributed in my PTO, especially the first one to Furcon. So one key point that has been bugging me is about partners escalations during the video. So I handed over the ownership to Furqan with requests to review and validate each escalation. I think there are like 40 of them to check whether they're still relevant or not. So as expected, the moment I came, they're still there, and it hinders me from getting back to work as soon as I'd like. So I check on the handover, and I'd like to sincerely thank Furqan for taking the time to validate them individually. I don't know how many times that would take. And this has allowed me to engage quickly and focus on active issues without spending too much time doing that. Also, shout out to Fasha, Kak Gray, Bella, Erika, and Katendi for the contributions during the handover. So your support is deeply appreciated and it helps us to get back on track. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Kak Kayla. So the next one is from Kak Furqan. Time is yours, Kak.
Okay. So basically, I was inspired by Dea's idea to when she created the what is it called, roundtable talk self sign up system, and then I approached Rama. Hey, why not you make the inspirational speaker self sign up system as well, like Dea did? And then Rama was quite struggling because he designed the idea himself and also he executed on his own. And today is actually the premiere day, the debut day, that the first inspirational speaker coming from the Rama's effort of self sign up system. And this system has actually very beneficial because it has booked our calendar over this month actually. And yes, we are now ready for the August, the slot for this month already fully booked, and next for the August. So all in all, thank you very much, Ram, for being never settled and keep moving forward. Thank you. Back to you, Reza.
Okay, thank you, Kak Furqan. Thank you, Kak Rama. So the next one is from Kak Bella. Time is yours, Kak.
Okay, thank you, Reza. This is for Fasha. I don't often work together with Fasha, but when I need anything, Fasha commit to deliver the result according to the first expectations that he mentioned. So I love this type of behavior. Thank you, Fasha, for your help. Yeah. I think the other one is to Lutfi, Reza. The next card. This is to Lutfi for fail fast and also learn fast for like 3 months in revenue management. Of course, there's some success and failure, but Lutfi shows transparent actions to fix the conditions quickly. Although we have some failed, we recognize and recover. Thank you, Lutfi, for your help as well in revenue management. Back to Reza.
Okay, thank you, Kak Bella. So we can move into the next from Kak Bayu. Time is yours, Kak.
Okay, this is to Vidi. So Vidi has been rise to the challenge and rise to action. He has continuously shown that he cares deeply with his team and the technology that powers Bukit Vista. He sometimes went beyond, even during on his day off, to recover operation caused by technical glitch. So I think he deserves a recognition for this invisible work. For everyone else, it's invisible, but if it's only visible if it's not working. So it allows the rest of the company continue operating.
Okay, thank you, Kak Bayu. Okay, since there's no announcement this week, and we will handle the personal update asynchronously, so don't forget to fill the personal update. And I think we will conclude the alliance meeting right now. I will hand it back to Kak Wendy. Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all for our all hands meeting for today. Okay, back to her and have a nice day, guys. Thank you for coming. Bye.
Thank you, Andy, and also Reza for hosting and moderating. Thank you, Rama, for administering this.
Thank you. Have a nice day.